Hey friends, Sunday night. Hope you guys are doing great. I am coming to you literally from in my bed. And that's just kind of how the week and weekend have gone. So I did not do a live on Friday or Saturday night. Neither one. And I am totally okay with that. I am just giving myself a pass and knowing that I'm still going to do 100 lives. I may even actually get 100 lives done in 100 days if I double up on a few days. But I haven't decided if I really want to do that either. I'm not giving up on the challenge. However, as you guys all know, there are times in our lives when we must have compassion for ourselves and just give ourselves abundant grace. Friday and Saturday night, those were 2 days that Mama needed grace. I needed a timeout. So, there you have it. So my thought for today was, and is, you know who you are. You know deep down inside who you are. You have always known this. I think for me, what catches me, or maybe what stops me from acknowledging and embracing who I am, has to do with the fact that I'm scared. It's not just a fear of failing, because I think that is pretty common. But I also think that for me, it's a little bit of a fear of succeeding. Like, how crazy is that? So deep down inside, somewhere, deep down in my belly, I have always known who I am. It's just that I haven't always been brave enough to acknowledge it and embrace it and live it, right? So what I mean by that is, I'm trying to think how to say this. I know what the call on my life is. I know pretty much why I'm here on the planet. I have a really good idea about what my strengths are, what my weaknesses are, what my gifts and talents are. I know those things. But then when it comes to living out my full potential based on those gifts and based on that call, I don't do it. So even though I know who I am, and I know who I'm supposed to be, and I know that I am supposed to be doing more. Like, there's a lot more to me that I need to be, that I need to become. And that thought, it can get really overwhelming. And so I think we kind of trip ourselves up over our own feet sometimes. Like, even when we're on the path, even when we have a plan, even when we know certain truths, we stumble over our own feet sometimes. I think deep down, when we get really clear about what we want and what we want to contribute to the world. Hey Charlotte, I hope you're still watching. Thanks for popping in. So when we get really clear about what we want and how we want to show up in the world, and when we get really clear about who we are, like, there's a knowing that surfaces. At least that's what I have been experiencing. Like, there's definitely a knowing that happens when those different pieces and elements come together. And I'm definitely not saying it's just super easy to get to that point, because I think it takes actually a lot of work, a lot of self-work, and some studying and some development and investing in yourself, and just taking the time to really investigate who you are and what you want. I think that then that knowing, that inner knowing, it just sort of floats to the surface, and you know who you are. It's inside of you all along. Like, you've always had it inside you. You've always known. But it's one thing to have heart knowledge, and it's a whole nother thing to have head knowledge. And so sometimes I think, people say, oh, well, in my head, logically, I know, that I am breathing oxygen, even though I can't see it. Like, I know that to be true. That is a physical truth in the world we live in. And then other people say, well, in my heart of hearts, I know that God is real. But I think those are two different things. And a lot of people say, well, you can have the head knowledge, but then you have to make it heart knowledge. I do think that's true in many areas, but I also think sometimes we have heart knowledge that we need to make head knowledge, right? Like, deep down inside, I am who I am, and I know who I am in my heart of hearts. I just have to get that to come upstairs so that I can make a plan, right? And then walk out my purpose. Quick little wave to my Aunt Christy. If you're still here watching, hi Aunt Christy. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys tonight. I think that's all I want to say about that. I would love to hear or actually read in the comments if you agree, disagree, if you have another thought, head knowledge versus heart knowledge, and then the whole idea of you know who you are. You know who you are. You just have to get to a place where you accept it. You accept your truth and everything. You accept your warts and all. You accept the good, the bad, and the maybe not so cute. Anyway, that's all I have tonight, friends. I am sending you grace and peace and sunshine for tomorrow, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow night right around 8 o'clock-ish, and I'll talk with you guys then. All right, good night.